started. All right, hello everybody. My name is Barbara Drazga, and we were just chatting a little bit about a mishap that happened right when this webinar started. And one of my cats, I don't know which one, but one of them skittered across the counter and trashed something to the floor. And there was this huge crash. So now we have a lovely discussion going on in the chat, and it seems like many of the people in the chat know the names of my cats, which means I'm probably posting about my cats too much on social media. I actually rescue animals, and one of the cats, Boo, we built a brand around Snarky Cat. We have his black cat. We have a bundle, several bundles now, one for the black cat market and then other cat bundles. So we were able to leverage what I know about bundling, bring that to the market under a brand name named after Boo, who's very unique, and donate a portion of the proceeds to charity, because black cats are the least adopted out of shelters because people don't like the color for some reason. So sadly, a lot of them don't make it if they go to shelters. So we decided to start a charity and use bundles, which is cool. Use bundles to fund that charity. So all of our cat related bundles, a portion of that, it all goes under our brand Snarky Cat, and you can find us on Facebook, Snarky with cat with a K, SNARKYKAT, and we post his antics there. And it's funny, a lot of people, my followers, they'll ask how Boo is before they ask how I am, and I love it that way. I love it. So bundling, this segue, non-planned segue, bundling can be used to fund fund something that's dear to your heart. If you for me, it's rescuing cats, and I've got a rescue right now that's in the sanctuary room, who's on medication for his ears. So that's one of the ways we fund it, is by selling bundles, and you can too. So today we're going to talk about, I did not plan this segue, it just sort of happened, but let's run with it, right? So just so you know, the cats are in the office. I'm not going to shut the door. They're a little freaked out because they trashed something and they're scared, and they all have these wide-eyed looks on their faces. So they're in here looking for a little bit of comfort. So one might walk across the desk, and we're okay with that, because this is my life. This is my real life. I'm not making it up. It's not staged anything. This is my office. So let's just be real and get going. Let me look in the chat real quick. I have a great presentation for you guys. Hopefully, I'm going to drop a ton of information that you can go action right away to create bundles, right? Like, you can take what I'm going to teach you on this webinar, and you can start researching bundles today. And I hope that you take action on what we're going to talk about today. So let's see. Debbie says her son has a blind cat and he knows how to open the door. That's really cool. Mary's had cats her whole life. One of hers is solid black. It's a whole niche market. We will talk about passionate niche markets, and I might throw in some anecdotes about Boo, who's a black cat, and what I learned when I rescued this guy about black cats. And they have nicknames, and they have like whole Facebook groups with tens of thousands of people who are passionate just about black cats. Passionate niche market that I fell into my lap. Oh my God. Yes, Michelle, you're welcome. She said, thank you for bringing awareness about black cats. They're the least adopted and the most euthanized, because people say they either they're superstitious or they don't photograph well. Not kidding you. Okay, so I digress. Let's get started on who wants to learn bundling. That's why we're here, right? Stuff happens. Who wants to learn bundling? Let's dig in. Put me in the chat if you want to learn bundling, and I'm just going to get started with the presentation, and let's have some fun. All right, here we go. Today, we are talking about bundles, how you can own the buy box, competition-proof your products, and avoid price tanking. All regular problems and challenges that we as Amazon sellers have at one point in our career experience. Okay, in this presentation, here's what I promise you're going to walk away with at the very least. And it is how to plan your bundles before you spend 1 penny on inventory. How different is that? A lot of us go out and we buy inventory, and then we list it, and we hope to gosh it sells, and we don't have to pull it back. And right, how to niche your bundle concepts for higher prices and more sales. We're going to show you how to identify passionate niche markets, and then how to keep your competitors from hopping on your listing forever. This is key. What would it feel like to be selling on Amazon and nobody can hop on your listing because they can't replicate your bundle? because you've done it in a way that is not replicatable. Sorry. Okay. So I want to know a little bit about you. So I know who I am presenting to, so I can modify on the fly. How experienced are you at bundling? In the chat, put one if you are brand spanking new, two if you've played a little bit, three if you think you're a bundle superstar. All of these are valid. And here's the fun thing: as you're putting one, two, or three in the chat, this training, every single one of you, no matter where you are in your bundling journey, every single one of you, my goal is for you to have a takeaway. So it doesn't matter if you're new or if you've tried it a little bit and not done so well or done well, or if you do really well at it. I guarantee I'm going to put it out there. I promise you that every one of you, no matter where you are in your journey, is going to walk away with something that you can go use and implement today. Today. Okay, so let's see what we got here in the chat. A lot of ones, a lot of newbies. I like me the newbies. Newbies are fun because I don't have to untrain you. I don't have to retrain you. Got a lot of ones. We got a three. Who's my three in here? Bonnie Jansen is my three, and you got a couple of twos. Hey, Nicole, how you doing? Oh, very cool. Well, it looks like we've got some brand spanking newbies in here. Mary McCowan is number two. I've been admiring you for a while. Oh, thank you, Andy. I appreciate that. You're so sweet. Yeah, so we've got a lot of newbies, and newbies are fun because I don't have to untrain you. The people who have dabbled a little bit in bundles and maybe not done it using the process that I teach, maybe they've not experienced the success that they could be experiencing with bundles. And I'm hoping that you'll just be open-minded during this presentation because I've got a whole different approach to bundling than you've probably heard at all. And Debbie says, I've learned so much from you, but never jumped in. It's all right. Hey, Debbie, you're here now. So I want to give you kudos for being here. So thank you for investing your time and being here today. And whatever you learned today, go implement it. All groceries with help from you in past courses. Oh, Bonnie, that is so cool. Grocery bundles are awesome because people go back and buy them again and again and again. We won't be talking grocery bundles in this because there's no way I could share all of my knowledge in an hour and a half webinar. But yes, I love grocery bundles because when I buy something that's grocery that I love, I will go back to that when I use it up, go back to that same listing and that same seller and buy it again. Or I'll set up an auto ship. So every month or 6 weeks, I'll just get that product again. Okay, I digress. Let's keep going. It all started with a rubber chicken and a dream, and there in the background is my 17-and-a-half-year-old kitty Gizmo, my older guy. He was only about 10 in this picture. I started back in 2016 on Amazon. And then 2017, I added bundles. In 2016, this was one of my very first products sending to Amazon, and I did a multi-pack because I didn't know, when we're starting on Amazon, I didn't know how to make a shipment and send it in. So I thought I would just do nice and easy. Let me send a multi-pack of dog toys into Amazon just so I can get through the prepping and shipping process and start learning Amazon's back end. So we all start somewhere. Gizmo was in love with the supposed dog toy. It squeaks and it makes this horrific sound, which was like, the Pied Piper for him. He'd hear that thing squeak, 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 and he'd come running and see how he's looking at it longingly because he was waiting for me to throw it because he liked to drag it around by its foot and then he'd pop its head off. And yeah, so it was double duty as a cat toy bundle. But of course, a lot of times we run across these niche markets with not just by accident because things happen. So I could have put together a cat toy bundle with this rubber chicken as well. So that was how I got started. And actually, that was how I got started on Amazon, but I've been selling online since 1996. Yes, don't do the math. I am that old. 1996, I started selling on eBay. And so I've been around for a while selling stuff online. I've been self-employed for a very, 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 very long time and multiple businesses under my belt. So hopefully I can just share a ton of information with you today based on some of that experience that you can go use and implement in your own business right away. We have to talk about the elephant in the room, Amazon's challenges. You know what they are. We all experience the same ones. And even, there more come into the fray as Amazon changes TOS, etc. Here's some of the big ones, big challenges. Is a lot of competition. More and more people are selling on Amazon. It is not the same experience as it was back in 2017 when I started. Amazon is a very different place. There's just a lot more competition, not only from other sellers, but from advertisers, etc. There's hijackers. Now, Amazon tried to fix this problem a couple of years ago. They did a pretty good job, but it still exists. There are still bad players on Amazon that sometimes affect us. IP takedowns, we all know intellectual property issues. The way that I bundle solves that problem. Hear me again, IP takedowns. Let's say you're approved for a specific brand, and then 2 days after you get, this actually happened to me, 2 days after you get a pallet of that brand's products, and then you scan it to send it into Amazon. It was a toy. I don't remember what brand it was, like a Pokemon toy or something like that, years ago. And I had been approved by the brand, and I could sell it, ordered a pallet, and then scanned it when it came in to create my bundles to send, or to create my shipment to send in, and I was no longer approved. Thousands of dollars of product sitting on a pallet that I couldn't sell. So it still happens. It's hard to get brand approval, harder and harder and harder now. How many of you have experienced, put in the chat, if you're selling wholesale, how many of you experienced contacting a brand and saying, we'd love to sell your products, and they say, do you sell on Amazon? And you honestly say yes, and they say, we don't sell to Amazon sellers. How many of you experienced that? We all have. Bundling solves this problem. Let me say that again. Bundling solves this problem. I don't get turned down by brands, and neither will you when you learn how to bundle the right way. High pay-per-click cost. Boy, when you're trying to sell an individual item, and you have to, and there's not a lot of difference between your item, like a garlic press, and everybody else's garlic presses. Boy, you have to spend a lot of money just to get seen. With bundles, the way that I teach you to create them from the start, it starts with the research before you buy product. When you create a bundle that you already know that there's a target market for, and you create a keyword rich and optimized listing, you reduce the need to do pay-per-click costs. And then there are even ways to drive traffic to your listing that don't involve Amazon. You can use off Amazon traction. And I teach that in the Bundle Machine. We won't go into that too much today. That's a little bit more advanced, but I do teach you how to drive your own traffic from social media sources and email marketing, et cetera, onto your Amazon listing to get more traction without doing pay-per-click. TOS means terms of service, and Amazon's big challenges are always changing the terms of services to make it a better experience for their customers and sellers in that order. So the terms of service, sometimes, if you've ever read the bundling terms of service, are fairly vague. There's a lot of room for interpretation as to what you can do and what you can't do and how to do things. And then they change it and don't tell you they changed it. So the terms of service are something we always have to go back and revisit. And then when they change, and there's just so much ambiguity, I'll show you when you're a Bundle Machine student, we show you how to talk to customer support to tell them what you're trying to do and get your bundles approved if for some reason it's not approved because there's a TOS violation. Okay, why bundles? Here's the good part. You can sell products at a higher price point and profit margin. Instead of selling one product, you're selling a bundle of products, and your overall fees are less than if you were to sell those products in the bundle individually. You can beat your competition to a sale because you're adding value for the customer. Build out related products to own a market niche. My perspective is I call micro niches. So black cats, you heard me talk about that already, and I've got a few others. A lot in the pet market. I focus a lot on the pets. So I've got Dachshund and bees, etc. Oh my. So customized to ward off lazy sellers. There are a lot of people who bundle the lazy way, which is they'll take two things, put it together, and throw in a cheapo keychain that has nothing to do with the bundle, or just nothing to do with the target market. And that's a lazy seller. And those are the sellers who fail because they don't understand who they're selling to, and they haven't created an experience, read number 2, add value, for the customer. And then provide an amazing customer experience. Amazon, they're all about the customer. So we want to make the customers happy, right down to the packaging when they get their bundle in and they see that cute box and they open up that cute box and it's got cute wrapping and it's got a thank you card and it's got, a little freebie in there. We want to create an amazing experience so that Amazon loves us for loving on their customers. And then you can drive off Amazon traffic and build a customer list. So for some reason, you've got a bunch of bundles and you're building out a niche market, and for some reason, Amazon goes away. They shut you down for whatever reason. You now have a customer list of passionate buyers for a niche that you've built out that you can sell your product to on your own website, on Etsy, eBay, Depop, Mercari, you name it, other platforms. So I've got a recent experience. Just a couple of months ago in May, I was answering some questions in somebody's Facebook group. Somebody was asking about bundling and they were stuck on something was a problem. So I was kind of giving my feedback, and it was this young lady who is, in her own right, she is a successful business person. I believe she was a mortgage broker or a realtor, or maybe a combination of the two. And the real estate market was taking a bit of a turn. So she needed to supplement her income so that she could be, just free financially to have Amazon pay her bills. So she's a single mom, so she could care for her child and not have to worry about, where her next paycheck is going to come from, which is common for a lot of entrepreneurs. We live day to day hoping that we can get some traction on things. So anyway, she jumped into Amazon like all in just a couple of months ago, last year, October 2022. And she says, now I didn't even know. She sent me this unsolicited, and I didn't know that she had gone and implemented the ideas I told her to implement, and she had this outcome. So this is an email from her, or a text message from her. It was really sweet, but I'm blessed. She says that the 18K of her total sales that happened in the last rolling 30. So you can see her chart when she started implementing the bundle, and we have Q4 in there too, of course. But when she started adding bundles the right way, her sales shot up because she had no competition. She was on really high competition listings, and she was just, her stuff was getting buried. It wasn't selling. So anyway, Q4 is in here. Okay, we're going to be real about this. So she had some natural bump in sales through Q4, but I know that she was able to get her bundles done a little bit differently so that they actually had traction and she didn't get buried on the listings. So thank you, Adrienne. I love that you took action. You're awesome. I don't know if you're on here or not, but thank you again. So here's my unique approach to bundling. Know your market before sourcing. I know this is backwards for what we're all taught. We're all taught to go to the tools and scan stuff, find out what's already listed and selling on Amazon, and then go find that product, either retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, or wholesale, or manufacture the product, which is private label, which is a huge jump between the first three I mentioned and the last one. Well, there's something in between. It's called bundling. But most people start with the product. The way that I teach bundling is to know your market before you're sourcing, because here's my goal with my business. I want to build micro niches to build value in a business that I can eventually sell, that will cash flow for me now and reach a certain value so I can sell off either the micro niches individually, which will be just, full of a variety of bundles for each niche, or sell the whole kit and caboodle. So figure out what your goal is. What is your exit strategy for your Amazon business or for starting a business in general? And then you can reverse engineer from there. And that's why I approach bundling differently. I want to identify passionate markets before I source any products. Then I want to identify the competition. And by competition, it's not just people selling bundles. It's anybody selling to that passionate market. Then I build bundle concepts. Then I identify suppliers. Then I source. You notice I don't source first and hope it sells. It's an upside down approach in a good way. Okay, so it takes a little bit of a mental retraining to do bundling the way that I've successfully done it. And it's market first, a customer comes first, not the product. And you can start your inspiration for creating a bundle with the product, but then you always go straight to market and try to understand who's buying it and why. Okay, then I identify suppliers. I competition-proof my bundle, and I'll show you a couple of examples of how I do that, like live examples. I'm going to show you some real-life examples during this presentation, by the way, so hang in there. And then you test and refine, automate, delegate. Yes, you can outsource pretty much all of this. I do create samples of my bundles of how I want them to look in my hands. And then you can send it to a prep center, have everything sent to a prep center and have them build things for you based on your specs. And then here's the fun part is you can drive your own traffic and build your own ecosphere outside of Amazon of these niche markets that you're building bundles for. So in a nutshell, here is the framework I've created for creating a bundle. I wanted to encapsulate it down into 6 easy steps and 3 easy phases. So there's not like 30 steps you're going to follow to bundling. It's fairly straightforward. It's more of a mindset shift and putting customer first. So phase 1 is to build your foundation, which includes discovery, validation, and then planning. And then phase 2 is sourcing and launching. And then after you've done phase 1 and phase 2, then you scale. You notice how sourcing is number 4. We don't buy products. I'll say it again. We don't buy products until after we have validated a passionate niche market. Some types of bundles, and 2 of these I have bought for my own use. Can you guess which ones? Which ones have I bought? 2 of them I've bought for my own use. So you get solution bundles, passionate bundles, activity kits, refill kits, ready to give gifts, bulk products, B2B products. How many people buy like your poly bags in bulk off of Amazon? I do. So I'll get a bundle of different designs and sizes of poly bags for my merchant fulfill stuff and the products I sell on like Etsy and eBay that are all fun, different designs that match the theme of each of my bundles. But I'll buy that off of Amazon. So there are a lot of B2B customers on Amazon just buying things in bulk for their own businesses. So a bundle does not have to be just a gift bundle, although I do a lot of those, and you'll see some of those today. It could be like on the right-hand side, the deluxe hot sauce making kit. You could do a deluxe hot sauce kit of all different hot sauces, and you can do a bundle for hot sauce lovers. It's the same target market, but who like do-it-yourself stuff. And we'll talk about mashups a little bit later in this presentation. So what other making kits can you make besides hot sauce? I think I saw like not brandy, some alcohol one. Not brandy. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But then if you guessed, the bottom 2 bundles are the ones I bought for myself. Yes, these are like little mats that you put cat and dog food and treats on so they don't gobble it down. And I've got one of the kittens that I rescued last year. He's got some food scarcity issues, and he tends to inhale his food, then go to the next bowl, push that cat aside, inhale their food. He's little Buddha Belly is Butter Buddha Belly. Probably shouldn't call him that. Little Butters is getting a little bit chunky. So I make him work for his food, the little moocher, and I spread it in. I put his treats in here to slow him down so he doesn't eat the other cats out of house and home. And then I had a weed issue, and I like doing my own gardening. I know it's not one of the things sometimes I'll outsource just a general cleanup, but it's very meditative, not in the summer in Arizona, but normally it's meditative for me to go out there and dig and play I like to play in dirt. So I bought these garden tools, this little bundle here to get weeds up out of my my rock garden, and that was a lot of fun. Okay, seasonal topics versus evergreen. So I recommend that you always build a base of evergreen bundles. And by evergreen, that means it's going to sell about year-round, about the same every month, except fourth quarter. Pretty much all of our sales get a lift. But evergreen is a bundle that is not based on a season. And then after you've created an evergreen base of bundles, then you create seasonal bundles. And I'll show you a couple of those as well, because I've got some Christmas ones going on, and I've actually already started on my New Year's bundles, my January 1st bundles, which are more health and planner related. So first evergreen, then add your seasonal on top of that. There's a caveat to that. We're headed into Q4 pretty fast right now, so I will give you permission to go do some Christmas and fall and holiday bundles now. You can start planning those now and get them launched to roll out in just the next couple of weeks if you follow my bundle machine process. Okay, here's the process. Step 1. Remember, we do our niche market research first. Now, let me tell you what that means. You have to know your market before sourcing. Don't just go buy stuff and put other stuff with it and hope it sells without knowing who would buy it. So I start with identifying passions that people share and problems that people share. I had a back injury a few years ago from unloading a pallet myself. It was my bad, but it was a pretty bad back injury. And I was flat out on my sofa. I mean, flat out, like with on pain that gave me all sorts of weird stuff. And I couldn't move and I had spasms. And the only thing I could do is be on my phone, never be on the like muscle relaxer and go shopping on, on Amazon because boxes would just start showing up. I bought everything and anything that I thought might help me get out of pain. Did I have a problem to solve? Yep, I was in pain. I was in a lot of back pain. I bought like a $300 tourmaline heating pad, a tourmaline stone heating pad. I bought a portable massage table. So I could have a massage table in my house for a masseuse to come over, and TENS units and anti-spasm tea. Those are the things off the top of my head. Yeah, but I just anything that I could get that would potentially get me out of pain. That was a problem that a lot of people share. Back injury, right? Back pain. And then passions, we already talked about one of them, cats in general, but black cats would be what I call a mashup. So people who love black cats is a subset of people who love cats. And it's a very passionate market, for example. Also different dog breeds like Dachshund, any dog breed has passionate niches within that. So you want to identify passions, pools of people that have a passion that they share or a problem that they share, and then conduct deep market research first. You notice how we haven't bought anything yet, right? We're still on research. So there are so many tools out there you can use. Here are just a couple of them. Merchant Words, Google Trends, keyword.io, whatever tools you use for your Amazon business. There are a lot of free tools and paid tools. Use those to understand what the keyword volume is on passionate market you're considering building a bundle for. And then look for niches where you can combine high volume keywords. They're called mashups. And I love mashups. And I'm going to show you and explain to you what I mean by that in just a second. First, I'm very big on teaching you a concept and then having you implement it. So play along with me. And in the chat, I want you to tell me some things that you are passionate about, but here's the caveat. Here's the next step instruction. You have to niche it down. So you can't just say you're passionate about dogs. You have to say that you're passionate about older German shepherds because they have a whole set of problems to solve. Or you can say, instead of saying I love gardening, I want you to niche it down. Do you like bonsai gardening? How about indoor herb gardening for small spaces, right? So write what you're passionate about, but niche it down. And I'll show you why in a second. Let me come to the chat, see what you guys are doing here. Let's stop the share so we can go face to face. Okay. Activity kits for cats. Oh, Andy. I have a cat toy bundle, but boy, I need to get an activity kit for cats so the things don't crash to the ground in my kitchen when they want attention. Let's see. George Clooney, yes. Lisa, who is not. Model horses. Ooh, but I'll bet you in the horse market, I wonder if Julie's in here. I've got a mastermind student, Julie, who is in the horse market, and I bet she could tell us there are different in the horse market. There's dressage, Western, jumping, English, saddles versus Western. What else? There's different breeds. There's racing horses. So inside the horse niche, there's a whole bunch of other niches. So niche it down even more. And by the way, I collected model horses when I was a girl. Who didn't? How many girls in here were into horses when they were 12? Baking. Catherine, baking what? Baking what? Little girls baking cookies for Christmas. There's a niche. How about baking gluten-free products? There's another niche. So are you guys getting an idea of what I mean by niche it down? Geocaching trinkets. Ooh, that's cool. Quilting baby blankets. Awesome. You guys are doing such a great job. There you go. Catherine, gluten-free baking. Nice job. Solar garden lights in the shape of ladybugs. How many people like ladybugs in here? How could you not love ladybugs? Who wouldn't love ladybugs? So that a ladybug, that would be fun to dig into that market and see how many people are searching for things with ladybugs, like kitchen decor, office decor, children decor, bathroom decor, and that's just a decor mashup. Baby sea turtles again. Well, I'll tell you, the animal market, anything animal, and then you put the word baby in front of it. How many of you, for stress release, have ever even once watched a baby goat video on YouTube or TikTok or Facebook where they bounce around and they just have fun and it makes you smile? Instant stress relief. Yeah, you know you have. You know you have. Barbecue, smoking meat. Yes, culinary herb gardening. There, oh, I'd be into that because I'm a foodie, and I love making and growing my own food. So, Tammy, I would totally be into that. Like from a foodie standpoint, herb gardening, but really high end stuff and organic. Travel with carry on only. Awesome. So you need to niche it down, Debbie, a little bit more. Like, where are you traveling to? Are you going on a cruise, or are you going on a hiking trip to Alaska? Isn't that a different kind of carry-on? So niche that down even more. Dog rescue. Yes, what kind of dogs do you rescue? There are dog rescues for specific breeds. So I'm in the dachshund market. I don't have dachshunds, but I sell bundles to the dachshund market. So there are dog rescues just for dachshunds and just for different breeds of dogs. How about there's a rescue for off the top of my head, I can't think of it, but the old racing dogs, right? They're really skinny, like little whippets, and they race them. And then when they're done racing them, they're done with them, right? There's actually a rescue that rescues those racing dogs, those retired racing dogs. Outdoor flower gardening that is deer resistant. Oh, Mary, that's a great one. That is awesome. We're going to have to talk about that. I know you are a new student of the bundle machine, so we need to talk about that one in the group because I think that would be fun to dig into. Foster parenting, dog rescuers, camping on a budget, new cooking recipes, tropical plants. Yes, I did have briars. Absolutely. Love baby goats. Great ideas. Running. Jennifer, running where? What? How? I like running mountains. Do you think my shoes are different from people who run track? Yep. The track shoes are real thin and light, and I carry, I can put them in the suitcase when I go traveling, but my mountain running shoes they grip. Like I could stand on the side of rock almost at 90-degree angle with those suckers. So niche down the running. You could be running after a child, right? What kind of running are we talking about? Greyhounds. Awesome. That's the word. They're greyhounds. And then running outside in the heat. Yeah, that's a good one. Used to run mountains in Phoenix, totally different, isn't it? Talk about glute work. Let's not go down that avenue. We don't want to run mountains in Phoenix in the summer. It's about 118. You've lived in Arizona too long when you say this following sentence. It's only 104 today. It's nice and cool. Yeah, I've been here a while, but it was 118.19 for the whole month of July. So 104 is fairly cool. You couldn't even sit down in bed. Yeah, you can't. You can literally out in summer in Phoenix. I digress. Just walking out in your slippers, if there's like little plastic knobbies on the bottom of your slippers, could melt into the pavement if you stand in front of that mailbox too long. That's not a joke. If any of you are following me on my Facebook page, my personal page, I did some dashboard cookies. We do dashboard cooking here, which is kind of fun. I cooked some cookies on my dashboard. It took about 4 hours, but it was about 120, 130 in the van. So it takes that long, and they look different. It basically melted the 6 cookies into one big giant cookie, but it was good. It was good, and the van still smells of chocolate chip, so I'm happy. Your office is in Tempe. Okay, 125 in Jerusalem last week. Remote work, boss friend, hot there. Yeah, Indiana remote work. Okay, so thank you for playing along. So the way that I teach, I'm not just teaching you, but I'm illustrating my training method. When I give you something, a piece of information that is actionable and really important, I'll make you go do it. Because I believe that we integrate new training faster when we implement it right away. So great job, guys. You did a fabulous job. Let's move on to point number 2. And keep in mind, I'm going to be calling you into the chat to do an assignment in just a second. So pay attention. Here we go. Step 2, competitive research. So here's what I mean by that. What a lot of people hear, because we're trained to source, product first on Amazon and look at how many competitors there are on the listing. I want you to have temporary amnesia for me for just a minute. Play along with me. I want you to find what's being sold on Amazon with your keywords. So again, this is from the customer's perspective. You are now the customer of your potential bundle idea that you're coming up with. You want to type into Amazon and Google and Pinterest and eBay and Etsy what people your ideal customer is typing in that will find them your bundle. And that's what I mean by competitive research. You want to see what comes up in the search results from a customer's perspective. So the things that they are fed by other sellers are usually going to be individual products, not bundles. They're still competing for the eyeballs of your customers who are typing in indoor culinary herb gardening for small spaces. Okay, did you get that? You want to see who you're competing against, what products you're competing against for those eyeballs in the search results. That's what I mean by competitive research. I'm not looking for people who are selling bundles. I'm looking from a customer perspective. As a customer, I type in something in the search box. This is what I want to buy. You know, I'm looking for this passion or this problem to solve. What comes up for them? Then you identify the sales volume for the products in your niche. So you go to like Jungle Scout, AMZ Scout, Helium 10, all these tools that we have. There's Scout. There's all sorts of tools. You guys all know about them, right? Just you want to validate what the sales volume is for products in that niche. Are there enough people searching for these keywords and long tail keywords that you're going to target in order to bring a bundle to that market? And it doesn't necessarily have to be huge, because that means you'll have more competition. I like it kind of like a nice little sweet spot. You don't want it to be really, really, really niche, small. I was just trying to think of something like really silly off the top of my head, but I was unsuccessful. And we don't want something like garlic press either. We want something in the middle where we don't have a ton of competition, but the competition we do have, we can blow out of the water because we'll have a bundle. Identify holes in that market. What's missing? Like what all the things that are coming up on that search results page. There's going to be clearly something. Well, I'm the customer and I'm looking for XYZ, and these results aren't really giving me what I need. Now let's build a bundle for that. Identify weaknesses in the products that come up that you like, and then weaknesses in the listing. And for any of you who have sourced wholesale, you know the last two are kind of a general thing. You want to see how you can improve upon what other people are doing by bringing a bundle to market for that customer niche. Okay, and then number 3, make your bundle irresistible. Here's what I want people to say when they see when they type in home decor bundle, or no, they won't type in bundle. Kitchen towels, kitchen towels, BEE. People who love bees, and they love new kitchen towels. How many of you have kitchen towels for every single different holiday? I am a sucker for kitchen towels. You put something fun and cute on it. I change them out all the time. It's an easy way to spice up my kitchen and make me smile every day. And I have 2 different towel holders. So I go through really cute kitchen towels all the time. So when I type in kitchen towels in Amazon, it's crazy. I get back just kitchen towels. The results are piles of white or black or tan generic kitchen towels. Okay, so I would type in like cat lover kitchen towel, bee lover kitchen towel, and then I start getting the interesting things. But what I did this the other day, that's how I know. So I'll get back maybe 2 kitchen towels. How many people like gnomes? I was looking for gnome kitchen towels, GNOME kitchen towels, and there were bundles in there, but the bundle was like 2 kitchen towels, and that was it. Boy, if you put 4 kitchen towels in there of 4 different designs and 2 trivets, I would buy that bundle over just the 2 kitchen towel bundle if it had the image on it that I wanted. Okay, so I'm sorry, I went down a little rabbit hole there. I want to get you as much information as I can about my bundling process here. So let me pull it back to step 3, so I'm not going into a deep dive and we run out of time, which I don't want to do. Make it unique. Your initial passion problem research is going to reveal what the customer wants and needs. Make it unique. Don't just do me too products. You want to over deliver with your packaging, your inserts. So packaging is just really fun, cute, easy stuff you can do. Put a little thank you card in there that does not ask for an incentivized review. Just a thank you card. It's all about the customer. Hey, thanks for supporting small business. I have these little bitty cards that I just pop in there. I might put, if I've got a gnome bundle, and I'm going to show you a Christmas gnome bundle, by the way, that I'm putting together. Yes, I am going to show you bundles that I actually create. Who does that in the Amazon space? That people, as a rule, you don't share what you're sourcing, RA, OA, wholesale. You don't share that with people. I will share with you the bundles I'm creating because I know you can't compete against me because I source from multiple sources. But you can sell to the same market. Your bundle will look completely different. It's an abundance mentality versus a scarcity mentality. So I put like cute packaging. I use the packaging. I'm going to show you an example as part of the bundle experience sometimes too. Ask the right questions. You don't ask, what can I throw in this bundle so nobody can hop on the listing? That is not customer centric. You want to switch that to a customer centric approach. What else does my ideal buyer want or need? Common mistakes, Me Too products, trying to do what everybody else is doing. Somebody asked me the other day on another webinar, do you ever hop on somebody else's bundle listing? And my answer was a complete, absolute no, because I can do it better. So if I find a bundle that I like the target market, if I like that target market, I will go through steps 1, 2, and 3 to validate the market and then bring my own bundle to that market and do it better than their bundle. Bundle stuffing. And by the way, when I do that, nobody can hop on my bundle because part of my bundle process is to have a first source from multiple sources, and second, to have a something in that bundle that's custom in some way that would be very hard for them or impossible to replicate my bundle, duplicate my bundle. Bundle stuffing, which is, we just said, throw anything in there. You don't do that. Non-optimized listing creation. We know this is Amazon sellers. You've got to optimize your listings no matter what you're selling. Poor photos, not enough margin, and overthinking perfectionism are two big ones. Now we get excited about the bundling brainstorming process, and then it can go either way. First, we try to put 83 items into a bundle, which is not necessarily the best thing to do. The minimum amount to put in a bundle would be two pieces. It doesn't need to be don't overthink it, because you still need to make money on it. Because in the end, this is a business, and I'm going to show you the numbers of a bundle business. I'm going to show you that this is a business. So yes, it's exciting and it's fun to be creative and brainstorm. And at some point, you need to make sure you know your numbers, and I teach you how to do that. And then don't overthink it. And there's no perfect bundle. If something doesn't sell for whatever reason, then you re-engineer it. Don't overthink it, because that'll keep us from launching. For bundle example, y'all have been selling on Amazon long enough, even if it's only the past couple of weeks, to see that this is a bad bundle, bad listing. Now I'm going to ask you from a bundle perspective. Here's the customer. I am a mom of a 12-year-old boy who likes Jack Skellington, and he has a birthday coming up. And I'm having a party, and I've got a bunch of his friends coming to the party. What is missing from this bundle for me to completely do the party experience? So think about it. I'm mixing up the Kool-Aid. Where do I pour the Kool-Aid? What's missing? And the picture, let's not even start on the picture. It's got the fork, knife, and spoon cut off. Is that what I get? Or is it children's version? The listing is terrible. There's one picture. That's it. One picture. The pricing is terrible. The bullet points are terrible. But the experience for the customer, this bundle does not solve her problem of buying one thing from Amazon that allows her to set up a Nightmare Before Christmas birthday party for her 12-year-old boy completely. It's missing cups. Missing cups. How about some balloons? So I'm going over the chat. Andy says, I will not buy if only one picture. Invitations. That's right, Patty. You caught it. I said he invited a bunch of her friends. You caught it. Invitations. Yes, I'll have a replay. Balloons, candles, cups. You got it. You guys are on it. You're getting there. Once you figured it out, bundle, how many you send FBA. We'll talk about that a little bit later. So I'm and Acosta. I'm in this presentation, I'm going to do an overview of my process, which I call the bundle machine. And then if we have time, we'll do a Q&A and dig into some details like what you're asking here. But right now, let's just get the overview, because the detail part doesn't happen until you understand how to bundle properly. Okay, so yeah, it's not a great bundle. We can do better. But can we improve on a good bundle? Let's take a look. Here's a good bundle. I was actually going to buy this a few years ago. I was traveling to speak at a conference, and I was in this, workout mode that I wanted to work out while I traveled on the go, on the fly, without having to go into the workout room. Yeah. So I was looking for a travel bundle. So this is a good listing. This is a good bundle. Now let's look at all of the photos and lifestyle images. Good price point, great rank. How can we do this better? So I never tell my students to put a brand name on the product as the primary image. So let's break this down. First of all, the color. They could do a variation of this in girly colors. Hands down, pink bag, pastel colored workout ropes, straps, right? And do a variation of the same thing, but in girly colors. I would be more likely to buy that than the manly colors too. I get to my hotel room and I pull this thing out, and it looks like, torture chamber stuff. And I don't know what to do with it. What's missing? An instruction sheet. In fact, 2 instruction sheets. One that I can fold out and hang on my wall at home in my spare bedroom where I do my workout at home. And then another one that is wallet size card that's laminated, that has 3 exercises for upper body and 3 exercises for lower body, 3 on each side, and it's laminated and it slips right into that little bag there. So it makes this product even more useful to the customer. What else would I do? Instead of putting that brand name Wen Feng on the bag, I would actually create a cute image that me as a girl would want to carry around that bag, because it had maybe I picture a silhouette of a buff girl, maybe lifting weights over her head. And then for the male version, a silhouette of a male, like with muscular guy lifting over his head. So I would make the image reflect the dreams of the buyer. Do you see what I did? When you come at bundling from the customer's perspective, your bundle will change. Your bundle will look differently because it will be more compelling to the buyer. Having the brand name Wen Feng and nothing else on that bag does not add value to the buyer. Y'all get that? All it does is it serves the purpose of somebody else not being able to hop on this bundle, and that's not enough reason. They could put Wen Feng at the bottom and smaller, but the primary image on that bag should be something that reflects, that makes people want to buy it. Okay, does that make sense? So even on the good bundles that you find, you can do better when you switch your perspective to what would the customer want? What would make this more interesting to a potential buyer? So let's take a look at this listing here. I ran across this. I don't know why. I wasn't looking for monkeys. I'm not sure how it came up in my feed. I came across this. It is 3. Now here's where we're getting into money. Because again, this is a business and this is about generating income for our businesses. So this is the listing for 3 inflatable monkeys, just 3 balloons in the shape of monkeys. Great, 4.5 star reviews, $14.89, just 3 monkeys. Here's the fun part. I want you to guess how much monthly revenue, top line or revenue, is generated. How much do they sell a month? Not bottom line, because we don't know what they cost yet for these. How much do you think they sell a month in blow up monkeys? Just 3 blow up monkeys. They're 27 inches each, a little over 2 feet each, 24 inches. I'm going to go over to the chat. How much do you think they're selling a month, dollar-wise, in monkeys? Say it in the chat. Tell me in the chat. 5K, 10K, 12,000, 15,000. It sounds like we're doing an auction here. 25,000. Christina says it's pretty darn cute. I know. How adorable are they? And my brain, because I'm trained to think like a bundler now, I can't help it. It's natural. Goes to who would buy this and why. Write this down. When you see something that's really cute on Amazon or anywhere, ask these 2 questions. Who would buy this and why? Who would buy this and why? So first we think kids, who love like the safari jungle team. But then here's another market, retirees. So guys who are retiring, men who are retiring from office work. And he's always been a little bit of a like a go out and party and whatever, and go into the jungle and kill his own food, that kind of guy. It could be a birthday party for adults as well as kids. Two different target markets. 2,000 a month, 25. So you guys have guessed anywhere from 2,000 a month to 25,000 a month sales for just these 3 monkeys. Let's go see. You ready? $45,325 estimated monthly revenue. I'll say that again. 45,325 for 3 monkeys. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being not possible and 10 being hell yeah, can we create a bundle with this product as a basis? 1 being nope, 10 being duh. What do you think? Put it in the chat. You see a lot of 10s in the chat. What? Yeah, I know, right? 10, heck yes. All right, I love it. 10, 10, 10. 25, LOL. It's funny. You guys are funny. I love you guys. Monkeys, let's go. We're gonna make a hashtag. Monkeys, let's go. Yes, I can 10. Of course we can. And I'm gonna show you how we can do that. Play along. Here we go. I'm gonna go fast. What other items can you bundle with 3 inflatable monkeys to create an entire safari potty pack for kids? And some of the hints are in this photograph. List them out. What can you put with these? Our target market is children who like the safari theme, and think about other animals in the safari theme, elephants, tigers, bears, elephants, oh my. And what else does this party look like? You are the mom or the parent buying for this child's birthday, and you want to go all out, all done. What does that house and that room look like after it is decorated and the party's going on? What's being used? Start putting in the chat all the different things that you can bundle together for a child for a based around these monkeys. Other animals, trees, birthday hats with similar theme, tropical ephemera, party hats, monkey themed. Awesome. You guys are doing awesome. Keep going. Trees, balloons, of course, right? Monkey themed invitations. There you go. Great job, guys. Bananas. Oh my God. Can you imagine giant blow up banana? Can you imagine dad showing up at that party dressed in an adult blow up banana costume? I'm not kidding. That just popped into my head. You totally do that. Special plush monkey for birthday kid. Right. So how about little packs? How many parents still give away little party packs when the kids go home? You send them away with a little gift bag. Maybe it could be like a miniature plush monkey keychain or something in there, or backpack chain, but a plush one. Good, thank you. Monkey rug, safari theme, other animal balloons. Great job. Here's what I came up with. Just a couple of things. Instead of just balloons, I believe in doing that little extra. Here's another thing you should write down. I run my business based on all the coaching I do. Everything is based on this sentence. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra. So here's what that means. Instead of just putting balloons with it, I would put balloons with the animal coats on them. That little extra bumps this bundle up to more special. More special? Specialer? Whatever. Okay, this green grass behind it. This is actually like hanging leaves that hang off of the wall. So you can post them up as a backdrop, and then have like a photo booth with this green behind it. And then the kids putting the little, those photo things you hold up in front of your face. You could have a pack of those little photo things and make a whole photo booth for the kids. And then, of course, things you hang on the wall. Let's get wild. Here are all the different safari animals. You can have different things you put in this bundle that reflect these different animals. There, of course, all of the table decorations. And here's the mashup part. How many of you like pineapples and the theme of a pineapple, but you don't know why? I'm one of those people. I like eating pineapples, but something about pineapples, if you put it on a backpack or you put it on, I don't know, anything, a t-shirt, I'll buy it because I think pineapples are cool and I don't know why. I like them. So I would put something with pineapples. These are table decorations because pineapples are also tropical, because here's why. I get the keywords. Now I can put the word pineapple into my back-end keywords, which will get me, that's a mashup that will get me some more traffic for people who like safari, pineapple themed things. Let me go over in the chat. Okay, so let me come over here. Did you make that? No, I did not make this. Christina, this is me brainstorming. I am in full-on brainstorming mode. I am showing you behind the scenes my machine. I call it the bundle machine, and I am walking you through my process. And this was just boom, boom, boom. I do it quickly. I can do it quickly because it's ingrained in me now. But when you start learning the bundle machine process, you're going to do it slow and implement each step until it becomes habit, like it is for me. So hopefully you're not intimidated that I'm going quickly. I just want to cover as much as I can for you guys so you can go start bundling right away. So the sentence, Debbie, is the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra. Jungle candy. Oh, Tammy, that's a good one. So Debbie says, I love this bundle. Christina says, I would buy that. CP says, pineapple balloons would go great too. Oh, I didn't even look for pineapple balloons. You see how fun this is? But you see, I'm also thinking, I've got my left brain turned on, like what other safari things can I put in here that will get me more keywords than just safari? So we've accomplished our goal. Remember, one of my goals is when I'm finished creating a bundle, I want people to say, shut up and take my money. Or as Debbie and Christina put it, a whole lot more with more class. I love this bundle. I would buy that. That's what I want people to say when they see the bundles that I've created. No, this is not a finished bundle. This is simply ideas I tossed on the slide to give you some inspiration so you can go create your own bundle for this market. But we're not done yet. You ready? I looked up using just one of the tools these different products. Remember I talked about the little photo things you put in front of your face and then you take pictures? And then I just looked up the numbers and the estimated revenue. You ready? For a bundle with 5 items that I've highlighted here, the sales of each product individually, like just this bundle of these 16 animals, is selling, I can't see it here. Let me move this over. $19,000 a month in sales. The Jet Creation Safari 3-pack, I'm not sure what that was, but I should have written that out. The tropical palm leaves, 120 pieces of those hanging palm leaves is selling $28,000, $29,000 a month. The reusable jungle, I'm not sure what those are. I'm sorry. I should, but basically I picked 5 items that I could put in a bundle easily with those balloons, and I added it up. 45,000 in sales, 32,000, 30,000, 67,000, 19,000 are adding up the gross sales of 5 items that I'm now going to bundle together. Sold individually, these folks are making $193,508 a month. Let's assume it's 20% net profit. That's just on one bundle. Starting with those balloons, all right, the basis of those 3 monkey balloons, and adding 4 more things that go with that theme and that are customer centric, you could feasibly, and again, these are slushy numbers, but I wanted to give you a reality check of this is what stuff is selling on Amazon. These are what a lot of sellers are making without bundling. Can you imagine what you can do when you're listing for a bundle that solves all of their problems, solves all of the customers' problems? They want boom, an instant party pack for $100. Send it to me now. And your bundle solves all their problems. You can grab a piece of this because your competition on that page will only be selling individual items. Does that make sense? $38,701 net monthly at a very conservative 20% net profit, which is very conservative with bundling, just for putting 5 products together in a bundle. Okay, so let me come over to the chat and see if you guys, are you still with me? I know I ran through a bunch there, but like I said, I want to get through as much as I can. I can't possibly share everything I know about bundling that I've learned in the past 7 years of selling on Amazon, but I will share as much as I can in this time, which is why I'm going quickly. And Kelly, how would you bundle it together to send to a customer? So Kelly, I can't answer that. That's out in the scope of this webinar. That's a whole lot. That's a whole different discussion. But I do cover that in the bundle machine, and I'll tell you guys how you can learn more about bundling in just a little bit. So let me give you a lot more information that you can go action right now. That's cool. How much does it take in taxes? Right. So Pearl and Kelly shipping would add up based on the weight. Kelly and Pearl, thank you for bringing up the negatives. So here's my perspective on that. I can choose what to focus on. I can choose to focus on the profit and creating something that's profitable and puts money in my pocket, or I can choose to focus on all the things that could or would or maybe might go wrong and never launch a bundle. So it's a reality that we pay taxes in our business. So you price your products so that you make money in your business, and you make business decisions so that at the end of the day, you're making more money in than you have going out, right? So we always try to stay positive when we're doing anything in business. And yes, stuff will happen, but you just ask yourself, okay, what do I need to do to mitigate this risk? What do I need to do to when stuff comes up? What do I need to do to solve this problem? And we focus on the desired end result, which is creating profitable bundles. Okay, where to source product? I usually have a viability question for my evergreens, but keep in mind, product sources dry up. So a lot of times you won't be able to get a certain product for a bundle anymore. And that's okay, because when you bundle from the customer's perspective and you understand a passionate niche market, then you can just create a new bundle with different products for that same market, because you know what they need and want and desire and are passionate about. So I'd like to have long-term access to my bundles products, but it's not always, as in any way you source, it's not always going to be the case. But I source everywhere. Here's the thing. I can, just unlike private label, where you go to a foreign country and you got to bring in a container and you're $30,000 and $40,000 to launch one product. I can literally go to retail stores and I can combine retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, wholesale, combine private label. I can have people make a custom product for me. I can combine all of that and create a bundle. And I'm going to show you a couple of bundles where some of the pieces are retail arbitrage. I'm going to even show you where I got them, so you can go create your own version of my bundle. Retail stores, wholesale, love wholesale. I love liquidation. Now, you don't have to have, like I do, a 5,000 square foot warehouse up the street where I buy truckloads of liquidation and closeout products and Amazon pullbacks, all new products. I don't do any store returns, but that is one of my business models. And that I create bundles based on niche markets that I focus on with the products that I get from these companies. You don't have to do that. I started with my garage, started with a minivan. Then I got a trailer, and then I got storage units, which was a lifesaver. Or you could just do it through prep companies. No matter where you're at in your online selling career, there are all sorts of ways to solve whatever issues, whatever problems that you're experiencing that's inherent in that stage of where you are in your Amazon. Just get creative and solve it. Just get creative and solve it. So you don't need a warehouse to do bundling. Storage units are fun because I can have a storage unit for 30 days to take in a shipment and create my bundles and then ship it back into Amazon and then close the storage unit, right? So that's a really low cost, low investment, low risk way of being able to take in products in larger quantities, or you just use a prep center to do it for you. You can get things manufactured all the time. I get things manufactured in smaller quantities from China and India. I haven't done Mexico, Canada, but there are all sorts of places you can source from. I source from sometimes China and India. Brand owners who will white label. So I'll find a brand. I did this with some kitchen towels, believe it or not, where they had these really cute kitchen towels in niche markets, which I like. And I had them put my brand on their towels so I could launch it under my brand. Etsy, there are so many really talented creative makers on Etsy that I can go to them and say, look, I have a bundle, or I'd like to buy your product in wholesale. I have a lady who makes earrings, and they're out of this I can't remember what it's called, but it's like this not silicone, but it's like a plasticky thing. But she 3D prints them or something and then stamps them. And I buy black cats, bees, cows, and horses, and some others from her. But that's not something you can buy. You can't buy it on Amazon. You can't get it from China or India. She makes them, and I pay 50 cents a pair. 50 cents a pair. Really cute earrings. I'll see if there's a pair here I can show you in the bundles I'm going to show you. Advertising promotion companies. I'm going to show you how I use advertising promotions. You can literally just go to an advertising promotion company and build a bundle from things that are on that site. So I was doing sharks is a big market. Write that down. People who like sharks. I'm getting a bunch of blankets in that have sharks on them. I'm excited about. So I was looking for plush to put together with the blankets, and I just went to Google You're going to hear me say a lot this term. Google is your friend. If you get stuck on something, start on Google. Google is your friend. I went to Google and I put in wholesale plush, and this site came up. Now, I'm not sure if this site is still selling these, JOISSU, but two things happened. One, this is already a bundle. It's got a shark in there. So I didn't want all the others. I just wanted the shark. But I wanted to show this as an example to you of how easy it is to find suppliers of products that are really good prices. So you can literally create a bundle of these 6 items, and then you put some fun stuff with it. A little boy who is learning, or a child, a little boy or a little girl who is learning about the Arctic and all of the animals that are at the Arctic. I'm making this up as I go along. And then you create a bundle with maybe a book that you create on Arctic animals, or a storybook that you create. Again, I'm just throwing ideas out off the top of my head. So this itself can be the basis for a bundle, but you need to add a couple more things to make it wow worthy. I write that down because I'm going to use that wow worthy. I really like that term. I'm trying to write it down here. Okay, wow worthy. Yeah. So just an example, when you get stuck, go to Amazon. I also go to AliExpress. I was doing a bundle not long ago for the back to school, but my target was girls going to college for the first time. So how many of you have gone to college, studied in university? I finished my university degree up in Germany, and I studied in a German university, and I lived in student housing with a bunch of other students from all over the world, actually. And we had a common kitchen. So this bundle was aimed at college kids who are living in a dorm that have a common kitchen, and they're all girls. So I did 3 color variations of different kitchen organization tools. I did a pink, a green, and a yellow. I think it was like 4 or 5 different products that I put together in a bundle for that target market. But you notice how I didn't just let me do a kitchen organization tool. I know who's going to buy this. It is these 18, 19-year-old girls. The parents of these girls are buying them this to organize the kitchen in the student dorm. See how I really niche it down. Then you want to competition proof your bundles. Here are a few ways to do that. Source from various suppliers, create unique packaging. I'm going to show you an example of some fun packaging we did on some puppets, and then add a custom piece, puzzles. And these are just a couple of ideas, just a couple. There are dozens and dozens more ideas I share in the bundle masterclass about how to create a custom piece, puzzle, flashcard, planner, calendar, checklist, cheat sheet, certificate, recipe. Here is a real life example. A couple years ago, I bought these puppets. They're really cute. They were all animals. There was a frog, dog, cow, pig, monkey, monkey, and I can't remember what the 6th one was off the top of my head. Yeah, I can't remember, but they were all these like barnyard animals. Okay, bear's not barnyard. Sorry, they're all these fun, cute puppets. So here's what I did. I created a all 6 puppets in a box, but I included an adoption certificate. But here's that little extra I did. Instead of just printing a certificate that says, yay, you adopted these puppets, what I did was I personalized it for the child. So the first line said something like, hi, my name is, and then a line where the child could put his or her name. And I have just adopted these 6 animals. And then I put each animal, pig is, or something like that, and then a line. So for each of the 6 animals, they could name the animal. So this is Peppy the pig. This is Barbara the bear. This is Freddie the frog. So they could name each of the animals. So now the animals become even more their own. We personalized this for the child. Then we made the packaging on the outside of the box. How many of you have adopted an animal of any kind that's smaller, and you leave the adoption place and it's in a box with holes in it? So we printed air holes on the outside of the box and put in like some cute text that it was adoption, live animals inside, adoption box, something like that. Maybe not live animals. I forget what it said. I forget what it said. But inside, here's what we did. We made the inside of the box useful too. When they opened the box and turned it inside out, it was a tab top box, turned inside out. Inside of the box, we had printed a stage so that they could make little, like play little little plays in front of that stage. So we made the packaging part of the experience. One of the submarkets we were able to sell to was therapists helping children that had communication issues with this bundle. But then we fell into a variation of this bundle using the same base of these 6 puppets. Somebody came and to my garage, I forget if it was a neighbor or a customer, they were picking something up and they saw this boxes and boxes of these puppets, and she starts playing with them, takes it out, and she says, "Oh my gosh, my dad would love these." Mic drop. Like, your dad would love, okay. Says, "Yeah, he plays golf." I'm still not getting it. I'm looking at her like, what is she? Yeah, they're golf club covers, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that. She left. I went to the Goodwill. I bought 2 golf clubs. I got one of those little skinny metal ones, and I got one of the big wood ones. I've since been told that one's a driver, so that I could take it home and put these puppets on it, see if it fit. Lo and behold, they did. So I created a whole different bundle just with that and some little tees. And I think we put some golf balls in there. So put some fun colored golf balls as a and sold it to a completely different market. Yeah, let me go check. That's how you can create a bundle variation using the same product by thinking outside of the box. So Pearl says, this is a really cool world though. Yes, absolutely. Do you have to submit a children's product certificate? So Arlen, we talk about all the things we need to do for Amazon in the bundle machine when we dig in a little bit deeper into bundling. So all these ideas are nice, but who know they will be selling. That golf bundle is awesome. Thank you, Cynthia. So to address that, Maha, we don't know that anything's going to sell on Amazon or on any platform. And when you're building a business, you don't know that things are going to sell, which is why it is so important to follow my process of identifying a passionate niche market first. I never start with the product. I start with the passionate niche market. And then I can do polls to the market. I can survey the market. I can dig in and see what other people are selling to that market successfully. And then at some point in any business, you're going to have to pull the trigger. You're going to have to take action, and you're going to have to take some chances. And you can do it with bundles, just sourcing a dozen. You don't need to go all in like private label. You'd have to, buy some of my containers cost $30,000, $40,000 with product and shipping, depending on what shipping rates are, because I private label a couple of different brands. So you don't have to with bundling. You can, for $100, you can just identify a passionate market, create a small bundle, and test that market. So it's very low barrier of entry. And with any business, there's risk involved, and you have to take chances and take action in order to find out if things will work. But when you do 90% of your research upfront before you launch a product, you're increasing your chance of success of that product selling when you start with a customer-centric research. I have proven this in my business. It's worked extremely well for me in the past 6-7 years that I've been selling on Amazon and other platforms as well. So here's how you can use promotional companies. So most people, they'll, when you go to a trade show and there's like pens with the logo of the company on, and they hand out like, I don't know, socket, whatever, but it's all of them have the logo of the company on it. What's wrong with this picture? What I can do with promotional companies is I will look at all of these products here, and I'll pick my target market, which is tweeny girls, 13, 14-year-old girls. And back in my day, we didn't have cell phones or pagers or anything. It was, remember, 10 cents in the telephone, and you got to find a telephone to call home and let them know you're safe, right? So now every 13, 14-year-old girl has a cell phone. We call that the tween market, and that is my target market. You notice how I started with my target market? Now I look at these products and I say, okay, first I want everything pink. How many would agree that I think I checked Google Trends a week ago, and the word pink has search volume on the word pink has skyrocketed by like 645% because of that movie that just came out. So I would do a pink bundle. I would make it hot pink. And then I would make a cell phone accessory bundles for 12 to 13-year-old girls. Now I know who's going to buy this. The parents are going to buy this for their 12, 13-year-old daughter who loves pink. That's my target market. See how I started with target market? Then I will come to a promotional company. I'll say, okay, this anti-slip promotional cell phone holder, the logo earbuds with carry case, this pop socket thingy on the back, and then the cell phone wallet with ring. They can put their little cards in, and I'll choose 3 or 4 products in pink, but I will not put a logo on it. What am I going to put? I'm going to put a unicorn or a mermaid or something that a 12 or 13-year-old girl, it would make them happy. You see the difference? I'm not putting my logo on it. What I'm stamping on it is an image that makes that little girl, and bonus if it's bling, right? If you got little rhinestones on it, bonus if that product is bling. So I can use a promotional company to build a bundle, but I have to know my target market first. Tons of companies at promotion, or tons of products at promotional companies with low MOQs where you don't put a logo on it. You put an image that reflects what your target market would like to carry around in their wallet. Or custom ideas. I write these down or take a screenshot of this or grab your phone and take a photo of the upper left-hand corner. Hospitalitymints.com. You can actually customize the wrappers on mints. And these are fun little things that you can just either create a whole big giant bundle for different niche markets of mints with different sayings on the outside, or just throw a couple in like that thank you mint into every one of your bundle as a thank you. Onlinelabels.com, Vistaprint.com I use a lot because I can order very low MOQ to test out a bundle without having to order, 10,000 cards or printouts or pages or flyers or whatever, certificates. I can order very small quantities. And then if you want to find custom printed anything, Google is your friend. Go to Google and type in custom printed and then fill in the blank. How you guys doing over in the chat? Doing good? So Cynthia says, what do you mean by saying you would stamp an image on it? Why they think that image will on that item when they receive it? So if hopefully I answered that question, Cynthia, that I, instead of putting a logo on a product, just like we saw that bag with the workout bands, I would put an image that reflects the target market. So for that little tween girl market, I would put an image, for example, of a unicorn or a mermaid or whatever, or little girls at 12 or 13. I would do my research to see what kind of images make them happy. We know that they like hot pink, and then I would put some cute image on it. That's what I mean, instead of putting my logo on something. Okay, variations. We gave you an example of a variation bundle with the puppets. Create various versions for different markets, allows you to negotiate your best price for your main item. So if I have a bundle that is based on one main item, and I can create 3 or 4 different variations of that bundle, but that main item stays the same, it's like the highest value item, then I can go back to a wholesale supplier and say, hey, look, I want to triple my quantity on this. What's the better price you can give me? So you can negotiate a price down when you go back for a higher quantity when you use variations. And then you can leverage the reviews with listing variations. Okay, how many of you are saying right now? That was a lot of information. I know I went fast. There's no way I can cover everything that I know about bundling in an hour-and-a-half webinar, but I did show you the most important pieces, which are all about understanding your target market. Did you guys get that? All about understanding your target market first before you create a bundle. And then the hows of doing it are easy to figure out. And I train people in the bundle machine how to work through Amazon's requirements and selling requirements and TOS, etc. That's secondary because you can sell your bundles, mic drop here, on any platform. And I do. I created a Shopify store a couple years ago. Then I rolled out to Etsy, eBay, Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp. Locally, I've got a showroom locally people can buy from me. And in October of last year, I rolled out Google Shopping. And then I've just been approved for TikTok shops. I will now start live selling my bundles on TikTok. And I can export all of my information from my Shopify onto TikTok shops. It's a whole nother level of live selling. We can talk about that as I learn it. We can talk about that in some other webinar. I'll bring some experts on who tell us how to do it. But once you create a bundle based on a passionate niche market, you can sell it on any platform. There's the mic drop. We're talking about Amazon in this. And I believe in spreading the risk, because Amazon, how many people have been suspended by Amazon at some point in time, or afraid of being suspended? Right. If that goes away, your products go away, your money goes away, your only sales platform go away. I don't like that risk. So I spread the risk, and I've been adding sales platforms, and you can too. Once you understand passionate niche markets and bringing bundles to those markets, you can sell them anywhere. You guys want to see some bundles? Real live bundles. Like, I'm lined up here to show you. Ready? Okay. Stop the share. So nobody does this in the Amazon world. Nobody will show you what they sell. Almost nobody. I will. Hydrate if you haven't. Pick up that water bottle and hydrate. Just a little mom reminder that. Okay. So some simple ones. How many of you are sports lovers? Football lover? What's coming up? What season is coming up for sports lovers? It's starting now. There's like a preseason going on. That's about how much I know about sports, but I know enough. Yeah, football. There we go. Okay, so I've got, even not really knowing much about sports, football, go Colts. No idea what that means, but okay. Does that mean horses play football? There's like a version of it. I know there's a puppy bowl. Okay, so here's what I know. I have friends who have parties when there's football games on, and I always bring like cheese and wine. They make me watch it, and I vote when they make me say, who are you following? I just go for the prettiest color uniforms. I'm one of those people, but I love hanging out with my friends, so I will bring like cheese and a bottle of wine. So I know they're having a party and they've got a spread and they've got food out. Wouldn't it be cool to have a charcuterie board that looks like a football? Charcuterie. Try to spell that. Try to say that 3 times fast. It's tough. So this is a wood board that it also comes with a leather rope that you can, so it acts as decor as well, so you can hang it on the wall. But this is where you put your little cheeses and stuff. What is it missing? What else? Remember, we're going to practice being in the customer mindset. Customer pulls this out, and they've got a block of cheese next to, they've got like 3 or 4 different cheeses in big blocks. What do they need? Knife. Thank you. Play along with me. Trust me. Trust the process, my friends. Trust the process. Here we go. Here's the rest of the bundle items. So I found the set of cheese knives. And that little extra, I made sure that the handle was wood, matched the board. So now we've got, oh, somebody hit it here, Andy. So now we have all this cheese cut up on this cute board, and it's all, you don't want people digging in there with their fingers. What do they need? Somebody said toothpicks. That's a great, and you can get toothpicks. Let's take that on the next level. Toothpicks that have a little football on top, not just plain old toothpicks, right? One little extra. But what I chose was little serving forks. Little, and I might even find some toothpicks that have the footballs on top and make that part of the bundle as well. So it's this, and these, and that is my current bundle. And I know my target market. I can see in my head them cutting the cheese up on this and serving it and enjoying a game. And once I put myself in that mindset of who's going to be using this, it makes it a lot easier for me to build the bundle. And you guys just did a great job. A great job. Look at that. Forks, plates, tooth. That's a whole nother bundle, isn't it? So now we know our target market. We know who these people are and what they're doing on that. What is it, a Monday evening or Monday afternoon, right? We know what they're doing, or is it Sunday afternoon? And we can picture their layout. What else do they need? You said it. Plates, forks, cups. How about the little plates? Right, little plates, and then bigger plates, and some cups that they can throw away, and right. So you could do, I'm sure they're out there, but we could find products for a bundle for that spread, right? It could be outdoors, indoors, because in Arizona it's still warm. During the winter, they're going to be doing an indoor party, right? So you want non-breakables. So that's one target market and one bundle for that target market. And there's so many other decor stuff, decoration stuff, so many other bundles for that target market that we identified. But next bundle, I like the pet market. I'm big in the pet market. So I have several bundles that some of the products overlap, but this bundle, has anybody ever adopted a dog? But there are these dog breeders. Now I adopt and rescue, and that's my gig. But I know some people want to buy a specific breed. So there are dog breeders, and they give to their customers when they buy a $3,000 hound what's called a puppy pack. A puppy pack is based on a blanket that is rubbed on the dog, the mama dog, and sent home with the new puppy to help them acclimate. So one of the private label products that I produce is blankets. I have a bedding company. This is a baby blanket, but the crossover market is pets. I sell these to breeders alone, wholesale. They'll buy them by the case. But then I put together a puppy pack for new puppy owners. This one, the design on this one is actually for a bundle I'm doing for dog travel. And that's why the image has travel, little cars and planes and helicopters. So this particular design is for a travel with your dog during the summer. That includes a backpack and other things. So forget the design, because I have different designs for the puppy packs. They're like baby designs. But it'll be this blanket that they can rub on mama. Then this product, which is a warming heartbeat pillow. So for puppies and for cats and kittens and dogs with anxiety, it gives a little bum 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 heartbeat, and it warms up too. There's a little packet that you can warm up and then put back inside of it. This will go in the puppy pack. And then, of course, water bottle, and I'll have three versions: boy, girl, and neutral. So a blue, a pink, and a yellow version of this is the water bottle that goes with it. And there's the pink water bottle. And then a couple of other things for the puppy pack. But this is the basis for the puppy pack. Then I have another dog bundle that the base for it is this beautiful bag. So pet toy bag, so that you can carry your pet toys with you when you go traveling. It's kind of a carpet. It's really nice. It's beautiful. And then I'll put some high-end toys with it. We got all these fun toys. Look at the cow. And one of the big reasons I like these is because this particular pack of toys has keywords. I can put cow toy for dogs, so I get that extra keyword. There's a chicken species, and it's got an assortment of, there's a flyer thingy, there's the rope, and there's a carrot. So there's aggressive chew toys. And what I did to test this product is I met a friend of mine who's got a couple of miniature greyhounds, and we went to a dog park, and I took this whole bag and I just threw everything out, and I told everybody there to play that it was free for all the dogs to find out if they were not going to fall apart, and they didn't fall apart. And the favorite one turned out to be the Frisbee, of all things. Super fun. Every dog in that park went home with a new toy that day. So this together with this, but then that little extra is you're traveling with your doggy, and they go through some brush and they get their fur kind of matted up. I'm going to sell with this a dog grooming kit. It's a dog grooming kit with all these different doggy tools, including a couple toothbrushes and nail file, etc. But instead of just throwing them in there, we've got this little doggy backpack, just this little string backpack with paws on it that the tools will go into. And all four of these items, the bag, the tools, this bag, and these are four different suppliers. Okay, so that's a couple of pet bundles. People who love gnomes. How many of you, when I look out here, I can see my front yard. How many of you have gnomes somewhere in your garden? I think I've got 5 or 6 of them out there. I snag them at the Dollar Tree when they come out in the spring. Okay. How many of gnomes out there? There's something about gnomes that people like. And boy, you can make so many gnome bundles that are niche. I've made, and this is, I'll show you when you join the bundle machine, you'll see how I organize on rolling racks my concepts. So this is my Christmas candle gnome bundle, and I'm just going to show you. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and put it in the chat and I'll answer while we're doing it. So it is, and this will probably change. I've got a couple of other things. This is just, I'm testing it out. I've got two really, really nice candles, and then a giant gnome, and then Christmas socks, and the color mimics this, and then these extra little candles, two little extra little candles here. So it's a decor bundle that'll go up on like your mantle place, that's gnome based. All right, I'm gonna let you guys choose what's next. How many of you like flamingos, hedgehog, RVs? Pick one. Flamingo, hedgehogs, RVs. Flamingo, hedgehogs, RVs. Oh, yeah. Whoa, flamingos right out of the gate. I know, right? Because they're these great flamingo bags. These great flamingo bags somewhere. I'll show you a mashup of flamingo. So if we'll do flamingos first, we'll do all of them, but flamingos first. I did a mashup, but remember when I said that people like pineapples and we don't know why? So I did a mashup of flamingos and pineapples. So the target market is, remember, I'm not going to show you this product. I will never show you a bundle until I tell you who I'm trying to sell it to. So you can practice. It's target market first. So target market is a lady who is headed to the beach or to her office to work, and she likes looking cute, and she likes flamingos, and she likes pineapples, and she likes maybe kind of the mid-century vibe, which is this. You notice a lot of teal in my life because I like mid-century, and that's a main color. And she likes to maybe have a sip of wine when she's at the beach. She likes to snack on things and read a book while she's snacking on her little healthy snacks, and she likes to look cute. So we start with the base of the bundle is this cooler bag, little zippered cooler bag, and it's got flamingos and pineapples. So I get the keywords for flamingo lunch bag and pineapple lunch bag. And then we've got her a wine. This is a wine, and it's blingy. She likes blingy, cute and blingy, and it's a wine mug. It's a wine cooler mug. All right, so that fits in there perfectly with a straw. Well, then she's laying on the beach, she's reading her book, she's drinking her favorite beverage out of her pineapple cup, and she gets munchies. She's kind of hungry. So we're gonna throw in some snack packs. These are really cute snack bags. But she can put some nuts and some pineapple slices, right? Cute little nut bags. They go in here. And you notice how the colors mimic the colors on the bag. Yes, I dig down that deep. Subliminally, I want everything to match. Hey, Gizmo. Let's go, buddy. You know. Okay, next, he likes to look cute, so we're going to throw in a pair of these. And we know that everybody likes gnomes, and I want to get that keyword in my listing, so I'm going to give her a little ornament. By the way, these came off of Amazon in bulk. You can get gnome ornaments in different, I have bee gnome ornaments. These are summer gnome ornaments. There's Christmas gnome ornaments. You can buy them in bulk off of Amazon for a really good price. So you could also, if you wanted to, add a little sachet bag with this that has a scent to it, but I choose just so she can hang it from her car rearview mirror. Okay. And then the last thing that there's two more things. So when she fills this guy up with her favorite beverage and it's hot out, what does she need to put in there with the beverage to keep it cold? Put it in the chat. Boom. So we give her an ice cube tray shaped like pineapples because they were cuter than the flamingo ones. And then last but not least, she likes looking cute. So she's going to carry this little thing to the beach, and why not hang a plush keychain with a flamingo on it onto this bundle, this guy. That's the bundle. for that target market. Make sense? Whoop. No, it was weird. Okay, everything looks blue now because I had those yellow glasses. Are y'all following me? Are you still here? It's still here. Are you still awake? Are you having fun? You having fun? How many of you like bees? I'm gonna do the hedgehogs. We'll do. Okay, you're loving your bundles. Great, awesome. Let me give me some feedback. Let me know I'm not just talking to the internet and there's nobody out there. And hello. Okay. Showed you this one. How about camper bundle? So this bundle is based on a retail arbitrage product. Here we go. Walmart. So when I do coffee mugs, I don't like regular shaped coffee mugs. I like fun shaped coffee mugs. This is another coffee mug. I do quite a bit of coffee mugs, but they're all like fun, different shapes. You notice it's not just a regular coffee mug. This is for unicorn lovers. Here's another coffee mug for cactus lovers that says mornings suck. People who like cactuses, but you notice how it's a different shape. It's got a color inside. It's got this wide base. I almost never sell just regular old coffee mugs. Why? Because everybody else can. Everybody else can buy a mug press and press a design on a coffee mug. When you see this mug or this mug on the same search results or this as somebody who's just pressed a design on a round mug, this gets their attention. So here's what I did to build out this bundle. Who's my target market? Remember, we're going to start with target market. It's a lady who likes glamping. Lady my age, she's bought herself, I imagine she's bought herself like a vintage camper that I really want to do. And she's renovated it. It looks super cute. And she rolls up to these places where it's just a bunch of people with these really fun vintage campers. And they roll up, they unhook, and they put out their awning and they put out their vintage lawn chairs. You know, the yellow webbing lawn chairs your grandma used to have? One of those. She's got her little French bulldog next to her with this cute little pink. Yes, I dig down this deep on understanding my customer before I build a bundle. She's got like a little pink collar with bling on it. And that is my lady. And she likes to journal her journey of where she's been that day or that week. And she likes to hang out and put her feet up and drink her coffee in the morning, listening to the birds sing, while she's just looking adorable with this RV camper in this camper place. Here we go. There's the mug. And then we know that eventually she's going to have to switch to some sort of drink. Now you notice the colors, some sort of drink that's in a can. So you've got these can koozies, which by the way, you can press yourself. I bought a big box of can koozies, hot pink ones, and I've been pressing designs on them so that I can customize, right? I bought a big box of these off of Amazon, 50 cents each. And then this is the customization for a bee box. So they come, it's called a blank. And then I just heat press this design on it. Nobody can hop on my bundle when I have this on there. Okay. So anyway, this, now what do we know? That she's sitting there with her feet up and drinking her morning coffee. So we're going to give her some fun socks that match the colors. Then we know that she's journaling her journey of traveling. So we're going to give her a cute binder. And by the way, I just tested out. I can heat press a design on these journals. And I bought these journals liquidation. I have a ton of boxes of like 6 different gradients. And I can heat press a camper design on this, which I will. I just have to find that design or have it made. And then I put a matching pen, again, with the mid-century modern colors. That is a separate item. Each one of these was bought separately from a different supplier, each item. And then this, because everybody has to have a keychain, she's driving her RV around. And this is the little RV keychain. Again, with the colors that match the mug, and it says happy camper. And then last but not least, that little extra, we're going to give her, because we're headed into Christmas time, this little ornament that she can hang from her rear view mirror. That again mimics the colors. That is my current, oh, I'm sorry, I missed one thing. You ready? Gnome. I wanted the keyword gnome. And this doubles as a dog toy. If she's got that little French bulldog down there, she can toss it down to him, let him play with it. or she can just sit this up on the dashboard of her RV. So when she's driving, that gnome is sitting up there, that little extra. And that is my camper bundle, calling it right now. You guys following me? So those, Mary, that mug was Walmart. That's a Walmart mug. So everything else was sourced by any of my Dollar Tree suppliers, and my students of the bundle machine. You actually get my whole directory of the dollar stores that suppliers that sell to dollar stores. So you get below dollar store pricing for products like this. You get that directory when you join the bundle machine. Okay, how many people like bees in here? Love the succulent cup. Does this work? Yeah, I love succulents. Fantastic. Retail at Walmart. Yep, retail. Mary, I paid retail at Walmart. Right. The bee market is crazy. So I've got this big box of bee bundle, but it's turning into like 3 different bundles. So I'll go run through this real fast. It's people who like bees and who like decorating their kitchen with bees. So there is my bee mug. You notice how it's different. It's got that little bee on it. It's got a different shape. This is 3-dimensional. And there is their little honey stick to put their honey in there. I've got, of course, they're sitting there drinking their tea, and they have to be wearing their bee socks. And then they've got, yeah, this is going to end up being 2 different bundles, but I just want to show you all the different bee stuff I found from different suppliers. There is a supplier that I share with you guys in the program that sells, you can even customize your own, it's seeds. You can customize your own seed packs, which is really cool. So this is one, this is for flowers. Oh, that lady who does the earrings, these are the acrylic. I think that's the word. These are the acrylic earrings that I have custom made by that lady I found on Etsy. And the design on it is, the background is a honeycomb. It's hard to see here, but then it's cut in the shape of a bee. Yeah, it's not really coming through, but nobody can hop on this listing because of, well, that's just one of the products that they can't hop on the listing for. And then I've got some bee necklaces. But here's the base of this bundle is this cute set. Remember we talked about kitchen decor stuff and a towel. So there's the cute towel, kitchen towel that comes out. Plus a little trivet thing and a little pot holder. And again, like I said, this is going to be 2 different bundles. There's just a lot of pieces in here, but I can mix and match. Once I identify a passionate niche market, then I can mix and match different products together to bring multiple bundles to them. Okay. So this is a little bee. You can either hang it on at the bee plush. Oh, it's got a hanger on it. You can either get, I like having things that they have a little carabiner on it so you can hang it on your purse, etc. Exactly. So you saw that mug online for $3.96. Exactly. So these mugs for $4. That can you guys hear me? I'm not sure what just happened there. Okay, so let me run through this real quick. There is a bee face mask that she'd be sitting there wearing, or nourishing gloves. That's bee based. Okay, so let me finish up one more bundle here, and then the hedgehog bundle. Hedgehog bundle has, again, this is a Walmart product. Okay, there's a hedgehog bundle with a little hedgehog, of course, little plush hedgehog. Hedgehog socks. I love doing socks because everybody likes socks with hedgehogs on them. And then hedgehog keychain. And then this, and these are just bundle concepts. They're not completely done yet. Most of them aren't done. Some of them are done. And there is a porcelain planter, which it's hard to, little hedgehog on it. This one's not quite done. And then I'll put things that are unadvertised in the box, like stickers. I'll put little hedgehog stickers in there. That little extra. Okay. So those are some examples of just some bundles that I'm either working on, ready to launch, have been launched, etc. So let me run over and make sure I've got everything covered here for you. I've shown you the bundles. Now I'm going to show you the money. Ready? How much money can you make bundling? Can you make? And everything is a caveat. You have to, as with anything in business, I don't guarantee you're going to make any money with anything. Doing the work, of course, is key to building a business. So when you do the work, then you increase your chances, of course, of having successful, profitable business. So here's some money. Just 10 bundles, just 10. And by the way, I try to create at least that many a month, and then seasonal, I ramp up. I have rolling racks of bundle concepts in front of me because that's all I do. That is my focus, is bundles. So when you just create 10 bundles where the average net profit is 10 bucks, grab your calculators, net profit, 10 bucks, which is totally doable. If I sell a bundle for $29, I can easily net $10. And you just sell 200 of each month. And we're talking about Amazon only. That equals 20,000 net income, monthly net profit. I'm sorry, $20,000 a month net profit, which is almost $250,000 net annually from just 10 bundles that sell 200 a month, which is only 50 a week, which is less than one a day. Read this again. 10 bundles with a net of $10, and that's assuming you're only selling $29, $39 bundles. What if you sold a bundle like one of my coaching students? You'll see, I'll share with you her feedback in just a minute. Karen has a $149 bundle that she triples her money on. So the real cost of education, taking uninformed action. I know a lot of people who tried bundling on their own without following my customer-centric approach, customer first, and they have wasted a lot of money buying stuff that they then cannot sell because they didn't start the customer. Getting unsuspended by Amazon, doing things incorrectly outside of terms of service in order to, work in the gray area. I never recommend that. Always follow terms of service and use every platform based on what the rules are, not trying to get around the rules. How much is it going to cost you to get unsuspended? How much money will you lose in sales by being suspended by Amazon? Traditional private labeling is pretty pricey. I know, I do it. I've been to China twice. I bring containers. I buy truckloads of liquidation. It is very pricey to do traditional private labeling. Where with bundling, I can buy a dozen of something, create a bundle, and test it out. Doing nothing to grow your Amazon business, believe it or not, is the real cost of doing. If you don't do what you need to do in your business, you're leaving so much money on the table. And a lot of people do that. They stall and they don't take action, and they go into hyper learning mode where all they do is learn, but they don't implement. So my wish for you today is that you implement some of even one thing that you learned today. I know you've taken a lot of notes, pick one thing and start implementing that. This is Anita, who in her own right was a successful bundler. She did bundling really, really well. And then I taught her my approach to bundling, and she tested out a unicorn themed bundle. She only did 36 quantity, sold it for 25 bucks. Her cost was $6.75. She profited $14.14 net after all expenses, sending it to Amazon. $509 net profit in 1 week from one bundle. And she realized she needed to reorder and raise her price. And then she went from having an unsuccessful bundle, like a quasi unsuccessful, oh, maybe some of the bundles work, some of them don't, to right out of the gate having a positive experience and profit and a profitable bundle by following my customer-centric approach to bundling. And then she raised her price, which is really smart. So for those of you who are ready to get started with bundling, I encourage you to take the information. I have dumped a lot of information in here today. I know it's a little overwhelming. Pick something, take action with it. When you are ready to go all in and learn from beginning to end my bundling process. A lot of people have asked me to teach them bundling over the course of the years. It got to the point where I needed to create a program where everything was in organized fashion, so that I wasn't haphazardly giving information here and there to help people out and taking myself away from my business. I needed everything in one place so that students like yourself can just get into the bundle machine and start learning my process and implementing right away without having to have me hand hold you every once in a while. It wasn't feasible time-wise for me, so I created the bundle machine, which I'd like to tell you about right now. If you're ready for taking the next step in building a bundle machine of your own, you're in the right place. So here is my framework for creating a bundle. I wanted to make it really simple. I wanted to give you 3 main phases, and within those phases, there are a total of 6 steps. It's not like 20 steps to follow and really intricate and making it more complicated than it has to be. As long as you follow this in order and don't jump ahead, you increase your chances of creating a bundle business that creates 7 figures a year easily, just focusing on bundles. So the first phase is build a foundation, which means customer-centric, understanding your niche market. Then you implement, then you grow. A lot of people start in the implementation phase. They go out and they buy product, and then they try to scramble to catch up. And that is unfortunately the best way to lose money. I want you to make money. So at first I teach you how to discover your niche market, validate that market, validate it through tools as well as seeing what your competition is doing, plan your bundle, then you source as step 4. Then you launch properly, and then you can scale. This is the model that I teach you in the bundle machine. So here's what I teach you. Niche market discovery, and a lot of this you have experienced today on this webinar. Customer needs discovery, competition discovery, product discovery, competition proofing, listing creation, brand building, sales traction, and how to automate and delegate your bundle business. The program structure. I teach much like I teach on this webinar. I do a step-by-step training modules, and then I give you an actionable lesson at the end of many of the the lessons, an actionable exercise, so that you can stay engaged with the process. How many of you have bought like training programs and then they just sat and you never did anything with it? There's no way I will let that happen with you. And I'm going to show you how we're going to mitigate that risk in just a minute here. Show and tell videos. I would like you to watch over my shoulder as I build a bundle. Interviews with industry leaders. I'm the first to say I don't know everything. I know a lot about one thing, and then there's a lot I don't know about other stuff. So I bring in 7-figure, 8, and sometimes 8-figure sellers to answer specific questions and talk on specific topics that maybe I'm not strong on. Worksheets and checklists, all of the printables, all of the spreadsheets, everything I use to track and organize my bundling and determine whether or not a bundle is profitable. You're going to get all of that. And then you get a private student Facebook group where you can ask questions that'll help you implement the bundle machine process. And I am active in that group answering the questions. So Jerry is a student from a couple of years ago, and he says that I bring diverse skill sets to a deep dive course, provide inspiration and know how to identify unique niches that avoid hijackers, which at the time was a really big problem, and maintain margin. He's a single dad. How cute is this baby? So I'd like to invite you. You are invited when you are ready to expand your bundles, add bundles to your Amazon business. I'd like you to invite you to the Bundle Machine program. Build your own bundle machine now. It's $9.97. I only open the enrollment for this program a few times a year. We're heading into 4th quarter, so you have plenty of time right now to create bundles for 4th quarter. And in the training, I actually have samples of like videos with samples of here are ideas for niche markets for Christmas time, for fall time. And I'll show you actual bundle ideas in niche markets for seasonal bundles. Just $9.97 to start building your bundle machine now. That being said, I'm going to give you a bunch of bonuses because I believe in over delivering. Remember, the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that little extra. So here are a bunch of bonuses that I am giving to you at no extra cost. On Monday, the 21st, I am starting a live 14-day. You're going to watch me in slower motion than today, walk through my entire bundle machine framework from beginning to end. I'm going to let you watch over my shoulder there's no planning. It's not scripted, where I show you, this is how I start to find a hot niche market, a passionate niche market. And this is the process I use this is me walking through from beginning to end, and we end up with a finished bundle. It's a 14-day live bundle accelerator. I've never done the accelerator before. The value, if I were to sell it separately, I'm valuing it about $1,200. I don't know that I will ever sell this separately because it is a live 14-day coaching, and that's part of the power of it. You get that for free when you enroll in the bundle machine today. By the way, close date, you have to enroll by Sunday, night because we start the bundle accelerator on Monday morning. So I'm closing down the summer enrollment for the bundle machine on Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. Here's what else you get. I'm going to give you done for you bundle concepts. So I know some of you are thinking in your head right now, I'm not very creative. How could I possibly do what she does? And I'm telling you that we're all creative. We come out into this world as creative beings, and sometimes we just forget that we're creative, and people are creative in different ways. So I'm going to give you, I have so many bundle ideas, and when you start this process you will too, that I just don't have time to action. I've got them, I put them down in a document. I'm going to give you 100 done for you bundle concepts that can start inspiring you to be creative and to just run with these bundle ideas. And there's 100 of them for you. That's a bonus worth $500 value. Dollar store supplier, I promise this, Rolodex. I buy from suppliers that sell to the dollar stores. So, I mean, that's not the only place that I buy, but I buy a lot of my bundle products. I can buy from dollar stores, but why should I when I can get stuff for 25 cents to 60 cents that are sold for $1.25 at the Dollar Tree, for example? I'm going to give you my whole Rolodex of the suppliers that I buy bundle products from. Going to give you that $300 value. Niche Bundle Secrets workshop, mini workshop. In April, I did this mini workshop that is 4 like 10 or 15-minute videos where I teach you one bundle concept and then I give you an assignment to follow it. It's a very truncated version of the bundle machine to get you going. It doesn't cover sourcing, but it basically hyper focuses on understanding a passionate niche market. Bonus 5, over-the-shoulder bundle breakdowns. You know how I just showed you a bunch of my bundles? I'm going to do some of that, but not just with my own bundles. I'm going to show other people's bundles too. I bought bundles, either that I bought for myself or that I bought off of Amazon to just do a review on. I'm going to open up those bundles and show you what works and what doesn't work. And that'll be, actual bundles. Bonus 6, you get all of my checklists. I do everything on Google Docs and Google Sheets. I'm going to give you those spreadsheets and those checklists that'll help you analyze the niches and track everything, track suppliers, track costs, etc. And then I'll give you wholesale supplier scripts, which is at the beginning of this webinar, I told you that one of the ways to get around supplier rejection is to tell them that you bundle and explain to them how you can sell more of their product without competing against their other sellers when you first introduce yourself to a supplier. And I'll give you the actual script for that. And then the bonus 7 is a brand new training that I will be creating in the month of September. I've been using artificial intelligence, and this is for the people who say I'm not creative. You can use artificial intelligence tools like ChatGPT to help find passionate niche markets and give you ideas for things to put in bundles for those markets. I'm going to be recording how I use ChatGPT and other AI tools in my bundling journey. So you get the niche market discovery, customer needs discovery, competition, product, competition proofing, listing creation and optimization, brand building, creating your listing is huge. Creating sales traction off of Amazon and on Amazon, and then how to automate and delegate. You get all of this, total value of $7,300. These are not inflated values. You see, these are, each one is a smaller value. I didn't put a value of $10 million on it, right? It's a real life value of $7,300 plus the bundle machine program and the bundle accelerator live, which I'm not selling separately. And Debbie Tremblay is one of my students from several years back. I don't know if you're on this webinar, Debbie. Hi, if you are. She says that anybody from newbies to experienced will get value out of this training, and that clearly I'm energetic and I have unique lessons and I have this energy throughout the whole program. So it's pretty easy to stay engaged and excited about bundling. So Karen is one of my private coaching students. She is amazing. She takes action like nobody else. She just started her bundling about 3-4 months ago, and she has launched a $149 bundle in a very specific niche sporting market, and she just got started. She's never sold on Amazon prior to this. She already has an email list of 1,100 people, social media following for her niche market, all from what she learned in what I teach in the bundle machine. And she says what's unique about this is that I share my knowledge and experience freely. I don't hold anything back. And I find this key that she says she's learning how to be a successful entrepreneur, not just another Amazon seller. So though we do focus on creating bundles for Amazon, we also talk a lot about how to build that bundle business that you're building, that machine for yourself and outside of Amazon, and sell your bundles in other places. So here's what you get again. You can screenshot this if you like. Bundle Machine program plus the private Facebook group, the Bundle Accelerator Live, and all the bonuses for $9.97, 30-day money back guarantee, no questions asked. You can enroll at bundlemachine.com. That'll take you to the sales page where it lists all the bonuses. You can read through everything again, bundlemachine.com. And this time, for the first time, just opened it up this month, I'm offering a payment plan option. It will cost you more to do the payment plan, and there is no money back guarantee on the payment plan. You'll save about $300 by paying in full, put it on your credit card and pay them off. It'll be less expensive than doing the payment plan. But if you need a payment plan, I do offer one now at $449. I don't know that I will offer that in the future. I was trying it out for the month of August, but full pay option is $9.97, bundlemachine.com. And I invite you to come join me and build your own bundle machine. I'd love to do some Q&A right now and answer any questions you've got in the chat. And meanwhile, remember, Sunday night is the cutoff. Sunday night, 11:59 p.m. Pacific, because we start the Bundle Accelerator Monday. But I recommend take action now, so this doesn't get cold on you. You can read watch the replay tonight. I'm going to get this up and send you an email with the replay so you can slow down the speed so you can hear everything I'm saying and take notes, and then make a decision, and let's get started creating your own bundle machine. And I would love it. I'd be honored if you would choose me as your coach to help build your bundle business. Let me come over to the chat and answer any questions you have here. All right. So let me scroll up here. Do you tend to use the word bundle in your online listing titles? Amazon TOS says you must. And no, I don't find that that's what people search for. We as Amazon sellers, bandy about that term bundle because it's in our vernacular, but people searching for Amazon don't type in bundle. But Amazon's TOS currently requires us to use the word bundle. 7-day, do you teach how to research keywords and how to evaluate cost of goods and shipping? Absolutely. Understanding your numbers is key. I actually have a spreadsheet that's part of the bundle machine where you can kind of plug and play the different products that you're thinking of putting in there. You put all your suppliers in there with links to their sales, their catalog or the product on their website, and you put the price down in a column next to it, and then it adds things up, and you can mix. And I also have lines in there for packaging and shipping. So a lot of people forget to put what it costs for the tissue paper, the box, the tape, the label. I always add 10% of my bundles, about that, depending on the price of the bundle. That's about that, 5 to 10% to cover packaging, and of course your labor has to be worth something as well, and any prep costs you have if you're using Prep Center. So yes, I share with you my spreadsheet on how I evaluate the cost of a bundle and then determine the price of a bundle. And then you can swap out different products to get the price point where you need it to be. And Jan says, I bought your course a few years ago and didn't finish it. Oh, no, let's get you finished, Jan. I will add you to the Bundle Accelerator so you can walk through the course live starting on Monday to get you all the way through the course. Yes. Just go ahead and send me, Jan, go ahead and send me a message, or Jan, send me a message on Facebook to look up your enrollment. So I'm glad we've got Bundle students in here. Let's get you back on track. Is this going to be offered to students that already have your course? No, Tammy, these some of the bonuses I have added into that course. Go ahead and contact me outside of this chat here, and we'll have a chat. What about cosmetic bundles? You can create bundles for any market. I actually love replenishable bundles, which includes cosmetics, soaps, bath fizzers, food, anything that somebody needs to buy again because they use it up, right? Or they run out of it. I love bundles that people can replenish. So I just showed you a few bundles I have. I actually have a beauty bundle somewhere over there. I don't see it. I have a beauty bundle that has cosmetics and cosmetic stuff in it. And I have a spa bundle for a specific target market of, with a candle and other things in there for spa. So I'm not sure what you mean. What about cosmetic bundles? You can bundle pretty much anything. So Debbie says, I do OA replens and just starting wholesale, and I know myself that I focus on too many things. I don't do any of them well. I knew that I wanted to either wholesale or bundling in the coming year. I really stuck on knowing what to do. Right, so you can do a little bit of both. So your wholesale, you can create bundles. out of products that you source wholesale. Yeah, so focus is important, of course. Even if you just do some seasonal bundles using your wholesale products, just so you can get the process of bundling down, go ahead and try that fourth quarter. Any other questions? You're welcome. Okay, I don't see any other questions in the chat. Go ahead and put your last minute questions. Again, I invite you to come join me. We have a lot of fun, and I'm very focused on teaching you how to do profitable bundles. It's not all about brainstorming. It's also about the numbers and building a business that you can sell your bundles on other platforms if you choose to, and build social media assets around specific niches. The way that I do it, the way that I create bundles, allows you to expand out from what I teach you, not just sell bundles on Amazon, which is a powerful thing to do. But the way that I show you to do it allows you to build remember I told you I like micro brands. I build out micro brands. The way that I teach you to bundle allows you to focus on niche markets versus products, and build out micro brands for yourself to make your company more valuable. Yes, Tammy, you can join the course on Monday. I'll let you. Just message me. You have 2 of your courses never finished, and I would really encourage you to get into the bundle machine now, so I can walk you through live the bundle accelerator. And it's for those folks who have trouble finishing courses. And by the way, I'm one of them. I do it too. We all do. It is so, to me, I know how valuable it is to add bundles to your business. So I want to help you get your first bundle done so you can see what I see. So you can have the business that I've been building for 7 years. That is my goal. And sometimes it just takes somebody hand holding you through. And I don't mean that in a negative way, just hand holding you through. Here is the process. Watch me. Now go do it. And as a coach, one of the things that I do is I kind of make you go do things in the bundle accelerator, because it's live. I'm going to be telling you, go do this now, and you got to have it done within the next 12 hours or 24 hours. You're going to see, like, there's a little bit more accountability in Bundle Accelerator, because somebody says, okay, go do it. And you say, yes, I will. There's that accountability. It's going to make you learn what's good for you. Right? All right. Thank you so much, guys, for being on here. I truly appreciate it. I'll send out a replay link to everybody so you can rewatch this if you need to. Please get into the bundle machine. If it's a good fit for you and it's the right time for you, I highly recommend you come join me. I won't be opening this up probably until January again, because we're headed into Q4. So Debbie, the accelerator, I haven't decided on the time yet. It'll all be in a Facebook group, and it'll be throughout the day. I'll do it at different times. So I'll post a video in the group and give an assignment, and then you can implement that assignment because I have people who are living in Denmark, Canada. I've got somebody in here. Is it from Israel? Somebody's in here, all over. So if I can't give you a time, because I wouldn't be able to serve everybody at that same time. So I will post something. There we go, Israel. Hi, Debbie. So I'll make sure that you guys have access to the group, so you can watch the videos and do the assignment every couple of days, and then post that assignment in the group. So that's the accountability. So plus you also get everything in the bundle machine that you'll have a year to access and work through. Plus the niche bundle secrets I have thrown in the kitchen sink here for you folks. Here are all of the bonuses. Dollar store, like, I've given you every single thing you need in order to start creating your own profitable bundles. So come join the bundle machine. There's about 750 other people in there who have learned how to bundle or are in the process of learning how to bundle. Join us and learn something new, and add a profit stream to your business and build the value of your business by including bundles. Thank you guys for taking the time today to hang out with me, and we'll talk to you later.